My name's Stephanie of Leafscape Designs. I'm a horticulturalist and garden designer, and today I'm going to be winter pruning my roses. So my roses are standard roses, meaning they are lollipop shaped. They're on that stem and the bush is on top. Bush roses are literally just the bushes coming from the ground without that long stem underneath. So either type of rose that you have, you cut them the same in the winter time. The reason why we do a winter prune is so we can get rid of all last year's wood. So in springtime, new wood will grow back, and lots of new flowers tend to grow better on new wood. I've got my secateurs here. I'm using my cheaper pair because I wanted to see if vinegar takes off rust from the secateurs, from the metal bit, and it does, it works. So I'm going to be dousing my good secateurs, my Falcos, in vinegar overnight tonight, and tomorrow they'll be as good as new. Once again, here is the graft, and all of this is called the canopy. I like to cut it down so that there's only a quarter left of the canopy, just for the winter prune. Here's a close look. You can see here the nodes, which are where the new wood or the new stems will grow from. Choose one that's facing outwards rather than into the bush, and that means when the new stem grows from that node, there's only a little bit of old stem left above that, which will do nothing. So I've cut the rose bush down to just under half. I'm going to cut a little bit more, but I just want to show you what it looks like so far. All these cuts that I've made are cut on an angle, just so the stem isn't flat to the sky. So when water gets onto the stem, the water doesn't get stuck on top of it. It can run off. The rose bush will never look symmetrical. The most important factor is that all the new stems are facing outwards, and that when the new stems do grow, they're not going to be meshing into each other. They're going to grow outwards like a vase shape. So this is about half. Let's cut a little bit more, so only a quarter is left. That's how I'm going to leave it. So there's only a quarter left compared to the other roses. I finished the winter prune and now I'm actually going to put some gloves on and pick up all the stems on the ground. Next, we'll be putting a fungicide on the roses. Always after a winter prune, you should put a fungicide on the roses just so any diseases from the cold weather don't get into the wounds of the stem. I'll show you that next. First, we'll clean up the mess. Is all cleaned up now. The last thing to do is put the fungicide on, and usually I like to use this fungicide. It's called Mangazeb. It's the least toxic fungicide I know. I've only got a concentrate, and which means I need to use a sprayer, so mix this powder in with water to put it in this sprayer, but I can't get the lid off this time around, so I'm going to use this instead. It's 3-in-1. It's insecticide, fungicide and mite control. So because it has a fungicide in there, I'm going to use that. Remember, whenever using any fungicides or pesticides or anything with a bit of chemicals in there, or even if it's organic, I'd use a mask anyway, but definitely if it's chemical, use a mask. I'm going to spray with this. Just shake it up, use this trigger to spray, and spray underneath and on top of any leaves that are left and around any stems that are there. Don't need to use so much that it's dripping off onto the ground below, just enough to cover the leaf and stem, and that's it. That's the rose pruning done. It's been great to do some maintenance in the garden rather than garden design today. Bye for now.